Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Zinga. This week, we've been talking about how friends get along together. Today, we're going to listen to a story called Matthew and Tilly. What do you see on the front cover? Where do you think these two children are at? What do you think they're doing? Let's find out. Matthew and Tilly was written by Rebecca C. Jones, and it was illustrated by Beth Peck. Matthew and Tilly were friends. They rode bikes together and they played hide and seek together. Where are they riding their bikes? What do you see in the picture? Yeah, they're riding near a marketplace. They sold lemonade together. When business was slow, they played sidewalk games together. And sometimes they ate ice cream cones together. Once they even rescued a lady's kitten from a tree together. Look it. Who climbed up the ladder? Yes, Matthew did. And who has the cat? Tilly. Very good. How do you think the lady felt? Probably very happy that she has her cat again, right? The lady gave them money for the bubblegum machines. So later they chewed gum together and remembered how brave they had been. And when you're brave, that means you might do something that might be scary. And maybe climbing up on that ladder was scary for Matthew. So Matthew had to be very brave while he climbed up that ladder to save the cat. Sometimes, though, Matthew and Tilly got sick of each other. One day, when they were coloring, Matthew broke Tilly's purple crayon. He didn't mean to, but he did. How do you think that made Tilly feel? Sad, yes. You broke my crayon, Tilly said in her crabbiest voice. It was an old crayon, Matthew said in his grouchiest voice. It was ready to break. No, it wasn't, Tilly said. It was a brand new crayon and you broke it. You always break everything. Look at Tilly. How is she feeling in this picture? She is angry. She has her hands on her hips. She is not happy. Stop being so picky, Matthew said. You're always so picky and stinky and mean. Oh, my goodness. Matthew stomped up the stairs by himself. Look at Matthew. How is he feeling? He does look a little sad, but he was stomping his feet. And when you stomp your feet, that could show that you're very angry too. Tilly found a piece of chalk and began drawing numbers and squares on the sidewalk all by herself. Who does she normally do that with? Her friend Matthew. Upstairs, Matthew got out his cash register and some cans so he could play store. He piled the cans extra high and he put prices on everything. This was the best store he had ever made, probably because that picky and stinky and mean old Tilly wasn't around to mess it up. But he didn't have a customer, and playing store wasn't much fun without a customer. What do you think Matthew's going to do? Let's make a prediction. Think in your head. Let's make a smart guess. What do you think Matthew might do? Because playing store alone wasn't fun, right? He needed a customer. What do you think he could do? Turn and talk to your parents. Let's find out. Tilly finished drawing the numbers and squares. She drew them really big, with lots of squiggly lines. This was the best sidewalk game she had ever drawn. Probably because that stinky and mean old Matthew wasn't around to mess it up. But she didn't have anyone to play with, and a sidewalk game wasn't much fun without another player. Uh-oh. Look at Tilly. How is she feeling? And what do you think she might do? Let's think about it. Matthew looked out the window and wondered what Tilly was doing. Tilly looked up at Matthew's window and wondered what he was doing. She smiled just a little. That was enough for Matthew. "I'm sorry," he called. "So am I," said Tilly. So they apologized to one another for not being kind, right? Sometimes friends make mistakes, and we apologize for our mistakes. And Matthew ran downstairs so he could play, and that they could play together. Together again. So even if you're not getting along with a friend, what could you do? If maybe you're having a disagreement or you don't agree on something, or maybe you might have been unkind to a friend, what do you think you could do? Talk to your parents. Parents, jot down their thoughts and make sure you send it to your child's teacher. And remember, good friends always apologize if they make a mistake, right? And there are so many things that we could do together. We could play games together. We can draw pictures together. But sometimes we might play together too much, and that's when we might start to have some disagreements. And it's okay to say, "I want to play by myself," right? All right, boys and girls, I'll see you next time.